I am going to discuss to you the answer key of the pretest. We have the given g of x is equal to x cubed minus x, which is a cubic function. F of x is equal to x over x plus 2, which is a rational function. And the other, h of x is equal to the product of x minus 1 times x squared plus 1, which is a cubic function after getting the product. Please know also that the notation f prime of x, or whenever you see prime, it's like h prime of x, g prime of x in relation to the given are all derivatives, okay? They are not the same. So for you to answer letter A, the first thing you need to do is to get the derivative of f. Okay, so that is solution letter A. F prime of x is the derivative of function f. And to get the derivative of function f, we need to use the rule of quotient. That is, we need to square the denominator, which is x plus 2, square it. We get the derivative of x, so the derivative of x is simply 1. The derivative of x plus 2 is also 1 because the derivative of 2 is 0. So you get the derivative of the numerator, which is 1. Get the derivative denominator, which is also 1. This is subtraction. Derivative numerator times denominator, and that is 1 times x plus 2. And 1 derivative of denominator multiplied to the numerator, which is x, so 1 times x. Okay? Now combine, distribute, so you have x plus 2 minus x, because 1 times x is negative x, or x. And the square of x plus 2 is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 4. We can now cancel x and x here. X minus x is 0. So we now have 2 over x squared plus 4x plus 4. So after getting f prime of x, you are now ready to substitute negative 3. Okay, so you have f prime of negative 3. So we are now using this new function, derivative function. So we have 2 over, we can make use of this to make it easier. That is negative 3 plus 2, then square. So we have 2 over negative 1 square. So the answer is 2. Therefore, f prime of x is equal to 2 over x plus 2, quantity square, and f prime of negative 3 is 2. So this one is equal to 2. G prime of x is the derivative of function g here. Okay, so function g is a polynomial function. Therefore, g prime of x is solved using the rule of power. That is, from x cubed, bring down the exponent 3 and subtract 1 from 3. Okay, so you have 3x raised to 3 minus 1. But this negative x here is simply negative 1. Its derivative. Okay? So we now have 3x squared minus 1. That is g prime of x. So from 3x squared minus 1, you now substitute negative 1. So g prime of negative 1 is equal to 3 times the square of negative 1. Let x be negative 1. Minus 1 is equal to 3 times 1 minus 1. The answer is 2. So, for letter C, h prime of x is the derivative of function h. And for us to have an easier differentiation, we can get the product of x minus 1 times x squared plus 1, and that is x times x squared. We have x cubed plus x, so x times 1 is positive x. Negative 1 times x squared is negative x squared. And negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. So we have x cubed minus x squared plus x minus 1. We may now use this one in in finding h prime of x. So from x cubed minus x squared plus x minus 1, get the derivative using the power rule. So we now have 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. So from x cubed minus x squared plus x minus 1, bring down 3, subtract 3, 1, remove 1 from 3, so we have 2, bring down 2, so we have negative 2, raised to 1, and this is simply 1, but this is 0, derivative of constant is 0. So this is now h prime of x. So the next thing you need to do is to substitute negative 2. So we have h prime of negative 2 is now equal to 3 times the square of negative 2 minus 2 times negative 2 plus 1. So we have square of negative 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12. So negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4 plus 1. So 5 plus 12 is 7. So for letter D, we just need to subtract h prime of x from f prime of x. So f prime of x minus h prime of x. So get f prime of x, and that is written already there. So we have 2 over x plus 2 quantity squared minus h prime of x, and that is 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. So we have now 2 over the square of x plus 2 minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 1. So this is f prime of x minus h prime of x. Now use this function to get f prime of 1 minus h prime of 1. Remember that this is also equal to f minus h of 1. They're also the same. Okay? So we can use this one, substitute 1 from here. Then we have f prime of 1 minus h prime of 1 is equal to 2 over 1 plus 2 squared minus 3 times 1 squared is 2 times 1 minus 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3, square 3, 9. So we have 2 over 9 minus 3 plus 2 minus 1. So negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1, minus 1 is negative 2. So we have 2 over 9 minus 2. Then 9 times negative 2 is negative 18, plus 2 is, yes, negative, negative 16 over 9, and 16 cannot divide 9. Then there are no common factors. So the answer is negative 16 over 9. Or you may choose to have, or to get first f prime of 1, and f prime of 1 is equal to 2 over 1 plus 3, 1 plus 2 squared. Gagamitin niya ito. Okay, so we have 2 over 9. And h prime of 1 is equal to, now use this one. So 3 times 1 is squared minus 2 times 1 plus 1 is equal to 3 minus 2 plus 1. So we have 2. Now combine these two. So we have 2 over 9 minus 2 is equal to negative 16 over 9. So we still got the same answer. To get g prime of x plus f prime of x, we just need to combine the derivative of g and n. Okay? So meron na dito. So we have 3x squared minus 1 plus 2 over x plus 2 squared. So ito ang g prime of x, ito ang f prime of x. And since addition lang naman yan, so you can just combine them. So g prime of 1, get g prime of 1, and that is 3 times 1 squared minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. F prime of 2 is equal to 2 over 3 plus 2, quantity squared. And that is equal to 2 over square of 5. So 2 over 25. And since operation is addition, we now have g prime of 1 plus f prime of 2 is equal to 2 plus 2 over 25. So 25 times 2 is 50 plus 2 is 52 over 25. Or your answer can be 2 and 2 over 25 in mixed fraction.